You know everybody loves a good deer story, so we're going to tell one right now. It's about a buck that I named the Hawk in 2014. When he showed up on my trail cameras, he was about a 150-inch deer. He had a couple of stickers and kickers that I thought that if he would make it through that year, that he would just hawk out and blow up into an absolute giant. Well, 2015, I never had an encounter with him. The neighbor guy did have an encounter with him, but elected to pass, and thank God he did, because it's going to prove really good for him come 2016. Fast forward to 2015, the deer shows up, and he's an absolute giant. He hawked out. He's over 200 inches. You know, I get a few trail camera pictures of him in the summertime, and then late October, mid to late October, he really starts running our farm hard, and he's hitting scrapes. You know, he's staying with the big pockets of doe groups that we have, and he's just hanging tight. You know, I got video footage of him on the trail cameras at night, and I just told myself I would wait until I got that first daylight picture to really put pressure and hunt him. I didn't want him to know that I was hunting him and putting pressure on him. So I stayed away. I hunted some neighboring farms, and I shouldn't have done that, because I ended up killing a deer on November the 5th over a decoy that I really regret shooting, because I had the Hawk, and he was so active on my farm. You know, I took Davey in there a couple days after I killed my deer. This was November 7th, and right as soon as daybreak hits, we see the Hawk go into a standing CRP patch with 3 or 4 does, and he starts heading our way that evening after we made a move on him. You know, he didn't come into bow range that day, and but we did get to see him and film him quite a bit and watch him guard those does from smaller bucks all afternoon. You know, fast forward to the next day, we see him right at daybreak again, but the does got spooked by a bunch of coyotes, and they started heading across the field toward the neighbors. So we were out of luck there. We knew that he probably wouldn't be back for a couple days. We never did pick him back up on trail camera. We never did see him again that year. You know, his sheds were found about 5 miles away from where we were getting him all fall, and I'd hoped that he wouldn't relocate to that area in 2016, and we might have a chance at him if he showed back up. So 2016 rolls around, and I'm not getting him in July like I usually do, and I'm getting real nervous that, you know, he's going to stay down there. And then lo and behold, in mid-August, he shows back up on the trail cameras, and he is an absolute deer of a lifetime. He's 250 inches. He's got 3 drop tines. He's got mass galore, just everything you could imagine that you could dream about for a whitetail buck. You know, I don't have many encounters with him at all, only one that year, and it was on the Thursday of our gun season in Ohio, and he was headed the other way. He came out of a woodlot about 700 or 800 yards from me, and he was headed toward the neighbors where he usually stayed in late 2015. You know, 2 days later or 3 days later, on Saturday, he was killed by a guy with a muzzleloader down the road who turned out to be an exceptional hunter, kills a lot of big deer, and I was just happy that the Hawk didn't get poached by somebody or hit by a car, you know. And the guy that killed him actually let me come down, hold the rack, told me the story, and shared his history that he had with the buck, and it was a pretty cool deal that we got some sort of closure on the Hawk. Again, hit the like button, subscribe, ask us any questions you have, and thanks for watching Hunting Justice.